Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we are taking a look at LivToAir's latest release, the EViation Alice, the fully electric aircraft. This thing is quite different than what I was expecting. Comes with some really cool features, a couple of little quirks, and some things that you just have to get used to with flying a fully electric aircraft. We can't outrun them, we can't hide from the fully electric run, so we might as well start figuring out how to operate it. By the way, I still don't like Tesla. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below.
Overkill simulations, watch us as we fly. Overkill simulations, a thrill will never die.
All right, you guys. So super exciting. This is kind of interesting for me. EViation Alice is a real aircraft. It is the first, I believe, commuter fully electric aircraft. We are going to take it for a spin. We are over here in San Juan, and we're going to be going over to Princess Juliana. It has a maximum range of about 450 nautical miles, so not exactly a large jump. So I wanted to find somewhere cool that necessarily wouldn't be too damn far away where we could risk getting into some trouble. So it is sporting what looks like the G3000 suite inside of it. We'll be taking a look at that. We'll be taking a look at some of the features that are involved with it, the startup process, as well as obviously taking it for a flight. And we'll be talking about some of the interesting characteristics in regard to flying an aircraft like this and what you can expect from it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So first off, taking a quick peek around the cockpit. Pretty simple cockpit. I mean, for a fully electric aircraft with a Garmin G3000 suite, I mean, can't really go wrong. For as far as the cabin goes, nice textures. You can see that it's still got, some of the colors look a little flat, but I think that's what we're kind of going for. And it's the seat backs. They don't have any depth to them. So that's the only thing that I notice as far as the texturing goes. But you still got plenty of fun little features. I think there was another one back here. Was it back there? Yep, there it is. I think that one opens too. There we go. Little closet, you know, for the old change of the clothes mid-flight, right? Little lavatory. Oh. All right. It's always scary opening those. Never know what you're going to find. Hope no one left a gift. See what else we got back here. Any shampoo? Nope. Trash can. Nope. That's the same door. Big thing is there any money back here? Whoa. Hey, I didn't even notice that last time. But anyway, so let's get out of my boudoir. There we go. All right, what else we got? I thought there was another click spot around here somewhere. I might be missing one. But anyway, let's get back up front. So as far as the aircraft itself goes, let's get into the more important stuff. So obviously this pad is actually pretty cool. Works very much so like an iPad. So those of you who are Apple users like myself, you will find that very familiar. So literally click, drag, settings. That's going to be for the battery on this bad boy. Airplane features, open the doors, place the chocks, open the charging port, open the cargo door, call the charger, and go to it. Now, I do recommend setting your custom camera views first. For those of you who don't know how to do that, place the camera where you want it, Control and Alt, and then a number on the number row to save it, and then, for example, Alt and 1 to return. But we can plug in the charger. You can set how fast you want it to charge. You can increase the speed at which it's charging if it's charged, but obviously we're set, so let's go ahead and close that back up. Turn. Where are you? Where'd you go? There you go. There you go. Pop that, close that, and zippity-doo-dah-day. Going outside for a quick second. There's the giant charger. Cargo hatch we were talking about earlier. The textures on the exterior of the aircraft look absolutely fantastic. I think it's very, very beautiful. They did a really good job with it. Really captures that very modern, very futuristic theme that EViation went with. Getting back into the seat. Let's reset our camera. There it is, set. Coming back over here, let's remove the chargers, let's remove the chocks, close the cargo doors, close the cabin door, and then again, swipe to close. Now, Coming back in here for a minute. You have a full checklist that is toggleable. You can actually toggle it. So we'll get through that here in just a second. Zipping again. And flight planner. Let's go ahead and walk through that right now. We are currently at TJIG, and we are going over to Tango November. There it is, Charlie Mike. Distance is approximately 167 nautical miles. Altitude, let's go ahead and let it tell us. Reserve fuel, let it tell us. Passengers, let's say we have 4 passengers on board, 2 crew on board. Bags, let's say, I think I saw 6 back there. Efficiency, off, sure. We're not going that far. And load. All right, so what do we got going on here? Batteries, 53% is what is expected to be used, folks. Airtime, 32 minutes. An altitude of 10,000 feet, 167 nautical miles. Passenger 6 at 900 pounds, cargo 180 pounds, total weight of 17,540 pounds. Climb rate, we're going to be looking at 1,500 feet per minute, descending at 3,000 feet per minute. Holy crap. All right, we're going to point that nose down and dive, but we're going to be talking about why we're going to be doing that here in just a second. Climb power, 700 kilowatts. We'll be talking about that. Same thing with the cruise power. Descent, we're going to 0 kilowatts. We're going to be talking about that as well. Keep in mind, winds are not taken into account. Kilowatt power is per engine. All right, zoom. Got that done. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. Navigraph, we have not linked our account yet, but you have full Navigraph capability directly from the tablet as well. You've done it in one aircraft, you've done it in the mall, so don't worry about that. Notes pad. One of the really cool things I like is... Whoop. Yeah, we like notepads. Okay, there we go. That's the overkill. That's me. Let's get those big ears in there. There we go. Wow, I don't know what happened to that ear. It's like an elf ear. Anyway, yeah. So you got that, and we can just trash it. Okay, cool. Zunk. And finally, you have the manual, which you can literally use the QR code from your camera or smart device, and it will pull up the manual, the PDF manual documentation for this particular aircraft. Whew, okay, got through that part. Now let's get through the fun stuff. So first thing we're going to do is start working on getting this aircraft started. Make sure that parking brake is set. It is indeed. Let's actually pull up our checklist directly from here. So chocks have been removed. The flight planner app needs to be loaded. But before we can do that, we need to make sure that we get through the pre-flight portion of our checklist. Okay, which is also included in the documentation that can be found in the installation directory. So Flight Planner app, actually, excuse me, we did do that. That's on here on the tablet. Let's start walking through this. Weights have been set. Yep. Battery. Let's go ahead and turn it on if I can remember where to do that. Hold on. I have not flown this aircraft as of yet, you guys, but I have played around with the electrical a little bit. Flight stick's in the way. Battery on. Battery and avionics come on automatically together. Boom, boom. There we go. Battery synoptics page. Go to open. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to come down to the MFD, and we're going to go to aircraft systems. We're going to select batteries down here, and then we can take a look at what the batteries are telling us. Currently, they are discharging in a discharging state, but we're at 100%. Usability on batteries 1 and 3. Let's see here. Battery 1 and 3, battery 2, airplane total. So we got 3 batteries. All right. All at 100%. Gears down. All that good jazz. I saw that on the page. So batteries there. Percentage is checked. AC as needed. We should be fine right now. Avionics. Let's configure them. Coming back over here, we're just going to set a quick direct flight plan. All right. So let's see here. Well, you know what? We are starting out at TJIG. Let's go ahead and throw that in the Garmin. Destination. Hey, get over here. We're going to Tango November, Charlie Mike. Boom. And let's go ahead and go to procedures. We'll at least set the approach. RNAV 10 transition. Let's see here. We are coming from, I believe Donde is the one that we're going to want. I believe we're coming from the south. Load it. All right. And then now, let's go ahead and come back up here to the home page. Let's go to our map. Let's go to the full screen. And let me take a look at this real quick. Make sure I picked the correct transition because I'm actually second guessing myself now. Donde was the wrong one. But you know what? It's not too bad. We'll take that. I mean, it's 100 nautical miles. It's not like it's a big diversion. We'll leave it in there. That's fine. Not a bad one. We got it. All right, and so now let's continue with the rest of this, guys. This is a really, really simple aircraft to start. It really is. Okay, so the avionics are set. Autopilot. Let's configure the autopilot. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to set our altitude to 10,000 feet. Oh, going the wrong way. There we go. There's 3,000. There's 4,000. There's 5,000. 6. Do I get 6? 7. Going for 7. 8. Going for 8. 9. Here we are. Oh, almost had it. Oh, then I went too far down. Hey, stop it. You are so rude, sir. Okay, so we got that set. I'm going to lock that heading bug in even though we're still on taxi. And then we also need to come down here and go to our Navcom transponder. Let's make something up. 5221. There we go. And turn it on. Okay, there we go. Transponder set as well. We'll leave that there for now. We're not going to be using any kind of ATC today. We're just screwing around. All right, but we do want our anti-collision lights on, nav lights on, beacon lights on, because we're getting ready to start her up, even though there isn't really a startup. Just check this out. Just wait. Okay, so autopilot is set. Pressurization, we need to set that for 10,000 feet. So we're going to come right over here, and I'm just going to click this up to the first notch. Right about there. Okay, should pressurize it for 1,500. Okay, and all right, so pressurization is set for the cruise altitude. Beacon nav lights are on. Batteries 2 and 3 are on. Yo. Boom, boom. Batteries 2, 3 on. Hey, stop that. And power 1, 2 engine on. Whoa, what are you doing, man? Microsoft, what are you doing, buddy? All right. Anyway, power 1. All right, engines are on. There we go. And state of charge is checked as 100%. We just saw that. All right, and we just have to make sure the taxi chocks are removed. Then we can set our thrust mode. We'll be good to go. All right, that weird stuttering, guys, that you guys were seeing actually has something to do with the frame generation. So keep that in mind. I turned it off, hit apply, turned it back on, and it went away. So not sure what that's about. Maybe there's a bug with the new drivers. I do have the new NVIDIA drivers installed, and maybe that's a problem. So here's where this gets interesting, guys. Let's also set our barometric pressure. Make sure we get that in there right. Here's where this gets cool. Interesting, cool, / cool, interesting. So first off, we're going to set our power. We're going to make sure that's set to taxi. Flaps can be set to takeoff. AC, we'll go ahead and kick it on if you want. But you know what? For noise purposes, for you guys, let's actually leave it off. This is it. The aircraft's ready to go. So you're not going to have an engine startup per se. It's just going to start as we apply the throttle, it'll start moving. As you reduce it, the engine process will stop. So what you're going to be watching very closely here is our kilowatt. Okay, so remember takeoff power. If we go back to our plant here, where was that? That was, no, I know where that is. That is, nope, hit the wrong one. Flight planner. Go back to our flight planner. Climb power is 700. Now we're going to climb out at maximum, or I'm going to take off at maximum power, but 700 kilowatts. So we're going to be setting 700 kilowatts for both climb and cruise, and that's what we're going to be basically putting right in these boxes here. You want those to be at 700 is what we're going to be aiming for. Okay, so that is that's pretty much it, folks. Let's lock it down. Let's get our MEDAR information. I have no idea what the weather is here today. You know what? I'm actually kind of going to cheat. Oh crap! And I'm knocking things around. That's healthy. That's healthy. And let's see here. Turning. I'm just looking for a windsock. I am absolutely cheating. I don't care. There's the windsock. What do we got? What are you doing? Okay, cool. Perfect. Take taxi to the right. Yoink. So, as I said, this is it. So it's just a matter of parking brake released. I'm going to slowly add throttle in, and the aircraft will just begin spinning. There's our kilowatts being added. But if I take it out, she stops pretty quick. So I found about 5 to 7 or so works pretty good for your initial taxi until you get comfortable to where you want to be. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn frame gen off. I don't need it right now anyway, so we're just going to turn it off. TAA works fine. Leave that like that. Apply. I don't need it in 2D. There. Same. Then all that nonsense went away. It was weird. Now, just like with most electric anything, cars, etc., this is why we don't race electric cars. Hashtag Teslas are stupid. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you own a Tesla, it's because I own a Challenger Scat Pack, okay? And just for the record, yes, you guys are super fast. But for me, it's like a jet racing a car. Like, Tesla. My problem is Tesla drivers will come up to me like, "Oh yeah, I guarantee my Tesla will beat your Challenger." Yeah, that's like saying a jet is going to beat your car. Okay, they should be in a class of their own. Is where my attitude towards Tesla drivers come from. Is they'll come up to something like a Challenger or any kind of car and they'll go to race it. Unless you are really top tier on the car, you're going to have a lot of problems beating a Tesla. You know, and a Tesla can come right off the line where, you know, your muscle cars, you're going to have to put some money into it or make sure you have a supercar, something like that. So it's just about, you know, class of vehicle there, right? So anyway, that's why. And by the way, yes, Teslas are fast, but let me hear your Tesla make the same sound my 392 will make. Okay. Anyway, love you Tesla drivers. I really don't. Anyway, let's go. That's a lie. I don't. I love the person. I don't love the car. Teslas are stupid. Hashtag go gas. Okay. All right. So coming around. And this is where we rock and roll here. All right. So we're just going to do a rolling. Everything's set. Power to maximum. We're on our way. Oh, but watch how fast we can change this. I forgot to set our power range. Power. Our power was limited to taxi. I forgot. I'm telling you, flying this electric aircraft is weird. Hey, a checklist would have helped that, Mike. Yes, it would have. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, there's 110, and rotate with a school bus coming up on the freaking runway. That's very effective. All right, positive rate of climb, gear up. Wait until we clear our flaps. There's 130 knots, flaps coming up. Beautiful. Start turning towards our course here. Nice and gentle. Easy rotation. Easy, baby. Yaw damper autopilot on. Nav mode set. Looking for a climb rate of 1,500 feet per minute. What are you doing, baby? Easy. Easy. Okay. Looking good. Now let's do a flight level.
1,000.
No, let's do flight level change. We're going to go up now. Looking for 1,500 feet per minute. A little higher than what we wanted. And you can see it's already locked at the 700. And we're on our way. All right, so easy climb. Let's go ahead and pull that down a little bit. There we go. Didn't realize that was in flight level change. You can see it limits it on the range, and that's going to reduce our climbability, so we want to keep it in power. I think the taxi had a limit of 50, range has limit 500, and then power is the full 700 per engine. I like that we got the vertical speed indicator over here too. That's kind of nice. There are different positions that you can move your tablet around to. There are click spots, I believe. I didn't really play around with it because I actually liked it where it is. Where did I see it? There it is. There's one. We can come back over here, click here, and there's like 5 or 6 of them that you can move it to, and they're all in the documentation. But a really slick little aircraft so far. This is our first full flight in the thing, so you guys are seeing it as I'm seeing it. An 8-knot headwind all the way in, so it's going to reduce our or increase our travel time a little bit. Shouldn't be too bad. But from here on out, at the moment, we're just flying it like any other plane. So I will catch you guys as we get up to the cruise. All right, so we've leveled off at 10,000 feet, coming around 250 knots. You guys can see here, looks like battery percentage right around 86%. Range 220 nautical miles is what we've got on the aircraft. It looks like this is expenditure. I'm not quite sure what this one is. Energy. Oh, per 100 nautical miles. I see. Okay. And we got a flight time of 45 minutes remaining. Damn. So I'm curious if we kick this down to range. Yep, got a range of 325 nautical miles. Now flight time's gone up to 1 hour and 5 minutes, so pretty big jump there. And still pushing about 265 knots. So I'm going to leave that down there for now. Leave it at range. And we got about 116 nautical miles to the initial fix. We'll probably turn in early and set to Avaki, probably right about here. We'll probably just fly direct. Got our top of descent shortly after, so we'll be watching those when they're about parallel to each other. We'll cross in. And remember, we're descending at 3,000 feet per minute, so we're going to descend very quickly, very quickly. But there's a reason for that. So the reason we're going to be descending at 3,000 feet per minute is because we're going to be basically pulling the engines all the way to off, essentially. And while the throttle or power lever is in the completely retracted position, the rotors will obviously continue to spin based on airflow passing through them, or the rotors, the propellers, excuse me, which will act as a generator, thus recharging the battery a bit. So we'll see what kind of recharge we get once it comes time to level off for our approach. So stay tuned, folks. Okay, and just for some quick clarification, if you do find yourself in a pinch, this, does not change the tablet battery. It changes the aircraft battery. So if we increase this, you will increase your total battery. So essentially you can fly it wherever you want. Just food for thought. All right, so it is time. I've set our initial altitude down to 1,700 feet. And so now we are going to go to vertical speed. We're going to send that down to 3,000 feet per minute. I'm going to pull the power levers all the way back to idle. So they are off. And again, you can see because of the wind passing through the propellers, they are still working. We're a little early, by the way. We're a lot of early, by the way. If we go to our checklist, thrust mode as required on the descent, power as required, state of charge monitor, so it should be increasing. We'll see how well that goes. We weren't very high, so I doubt we'll get a ton. Barometer. Coming up on 6,000. Let's go ahead and set that. 29083. Whoa. Lightning. Turn our landing lights back on. Gears, flaps down. Okay. Okay. About 30 miles from touchdown. Just watching it. Doesn't. It's not going down, at least. Oh, set up pressurization. Oops.
2,500.
Whoa! That scared the crap out of me. I was not ready for that. Jerk. Coming up on our altitude. Want to pull the power back in. All right, guys. I walked away for a minute and got a little...
500.
I was gone a little too long. So, yeah. We're doing a quick turnaround. About to come back around on the approach. So, worked out perfectly. We're okay. But I wasn't going to try to dive the thing into the ground. So, we started slowing the aircraft down.
500.
Let's get our flaps down. I'm going to get the autopilot off. I'll go ahead and kill that yaw damper now just to save myself some time. All right, and we are in control. Flaps coming down. All right, gear coming down. I do want to change our power setting back to power in case we need to abort the takeoff or a landing. A little low. Don't want to climb, just gonna let the glide slope come to us. full flaps. I said I don't want to climb. Get your nose down. Very touchy on the flight stick. Damn, come on, get down. Trying to maintain about 130. Turn towards here in just a minute. Flaps are verified, lights are on. There's the glide slope diamond. Alright, on the visual now. Eyes up.
500. 400. 300.
'We're above glide slope now.
200.
Whoa, come on, Microsoft. Stop your internet BS.
100. 50. 40.
Load the damn
30.
scenery already.
20. 10.
No, I was having such a hard time loading that scenery there for a second. Still not liking it. Whoa, what is up with the bus over there? I need to turn the ground traffic off. It's always crap. Come on, keep up. There it goes. All right, we're at 51% battery power still, so that seemed to work out pretty nicely. Should Should have taken that down to taxi a minute ago. Still got our landing lights on. Taxi lights should be on, but we actually turn everything off now. We're here. All right. I don't know why my simulator's having such a hard time today. It's driving me nuts. All right, so let's look at this. Obviously, we're done here. Let's get the flaps up. Power 1, power 2 off. Batteries 3 and 2. All lights are off. Autopilot and yaw damper were already cleared. Maybe it is the airplane having some issues. Let's place our chocks. Open our doors. Call the charger. Let's go back to our checklist. Battery 1, battery 2. All lights are off. Avionics and battery. That's it. Woof. All right, you guys. Well, there it is. Gosh, it is still having a hard time. Microsoft, you are pissing me off today. I don't know why it's being like this today. Just started this. But holy crap, that is awful. But anyway, we got through it. There it is, folks. The LivToAir EViation Alice fully electric aircraft. It's a lot of fun to fly. It's very smooth to fly, very easy. Guys, if you're looking for a plane that you can literally in a matter of seconds just get up and go, this is a really good one. Highly recommend it, guys. You guys can find it on the Innobuild's website, $20 US, so not bad price at all. Avionics G3000 based on the working title G3000 suite, so you get all that benefit. As always, folks, stay safe and healthy. To LivToAir, thank you very much for providing me with this aircraft. It was a lot of fun to fly. You've done a great job here. I hope to look forward to your next project.